Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Will and welcome to Copper Jacket TV. Hopefully everybody's doing well. So about a month ago, California passed 3 new major gun bills. Like always, they are pushing the limits to see how close they can get to completely eradicating the 2A altogether. And make no mistake, these laws are intended to affect the good law-abiding people of California. Criminals don't care about background checks or safety certificates or safe storage requirements. They don't care about the roster or these quote-unquote gun-free zones. These laws don't affect them at all. They affect you. And the California legislature and the governor know that, but they passed them anyway. Well, since these laws passed last month, we've all been waiting to see what Newsom will do, especially considering he's likely to run for president. Remember when he tried to appear more, moderate on the Sean Ryan show?
Come on, man.
I don't know exactly what makes it.
By the way, this is too cool. You know what? Last thing people would expect is that I respect this gift.
Really?
I appreciate, yeah, man. I'm not anti-gun at all.
We all know better. It's all part of an act. But either way, I want to update you on the status of these bills and let you know what dates and deadlines we're looking at, when he has to sign or veto them, and what happens if he does nothing. So let's get into it. Now, real quick before we get started, if you want to support content like this that advocates for your constitutional rights, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's free, it only takes a second, but it really does help us out here quite a bit. It helps us spread our message. It lets the platform know that people want to see content like this, which is what allows us to stay on here doing what we do and spreading the good word. So again, thank you to everybody who subscribes. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what's going on here. So like I said in the beginning, the California State Legislature recently passed 3 new gun bills that will have a dramatic impact on the people of California. They passed SB704, which is the background checks and registration for barrels. They also passed AB1078, which once again turns California back into a rights rationing state, only allowing for 3 per month, even though the Ninth Circuit just said that they can't do that because, as we all know, it is completely unconstitutional. And AB1027, which bans an entire brand and category of handgun, also known as the quote-unquote Glock ban. And to make matters worse, AB1127 would take effect in less than a year, which means there's really not that much time before they're completely eliminated from the roster altogether. Of course, it's the usual carve-outs for law enforcement, etc. They won't be affected by these new bills. So if the bad guys don't care and law enforcement is exempt, that means that it's only the law-abiding who are going to be affected by these absurd laws. Okay, so with that being said, what's the status of these bills? Well, at the moment, none of them have been signed yet, and they might never be. So Newsom has 30 days after each bill reaches his desk to sign them. But even though all these bills passed in early September, it doesn't mean that the government got them, or the governor, got them right away. For instance, AB 1127, that was passed on September 13th, but didn't make it up to the governor's desk until September 24th, which means he has until October 24th to actually sign it. AB 1078 passed on September 11th, but didn't get to the governor's desk until September 23rd. On the other hand, SB704, it was passed on September 9th and was delivered to the governor on September 17th. So that's the bill that's going to be signed first. Now, since that bill is set to be signed first and the state loves to make a big spectacle out of these things, there's a good chance that they will just sign all of them at the same time before SB704 is due. I'm sure they'll announce some big, common sense solution deal and have Moms Demand in every town there to show off their red shirts. So again, more than likely, we're going to see these bills signed before the 17th. But what if he doesn't sign them at all? Maybe he wants to appear more neutral, or, maybe he just ignores them altogether. Well, unfortunately, they would still become law anyway. From what I read, if he chooses not to sign these bills, they would basically become law after about 12 days. So after 30 days, and he doesn't do anything, it's 12 days from that point, those bills would actually become law even without a signature. So just looking at this realistically, his chances of signing all 3 are extremely high. The chances that he'll veto any of them are extremely low, if not zero. And if nothing happens, they become law, which means These bills are going to become law at some point this month. So even though it's a waiting game, I guess we're all just kind of waiting on the inevitable. I've spoken to some friends at some advocacy groups, and they assure me that lawsuits are going to fly almost immediately. But let's be honest, it shouldn't get to this point. California needs to stop treating the Second Amendment as an unfavored secondary right. It is a right that existed before the Constitution. It is a right that would exist even without the Constitution, and it deserves better than these lawmakers who put personal agendas before our inalienable rights. So that's the current status of these bills, and we'll see what happens, and I'll keep you guys updated, but I wanted to let you know what's going on here. I want to thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider hitting that subscribe button. Again, it's free. It only takes a second, but it helps us out here quite a bit. So with that being said, you all have a great day.